the brand new autofocus 18mm super wide f2.8 for Sony. Been looking forward to this one. It was announced a little while back that Samyang were releasing this 18mm super wide at a budget price, and I was quite keen to get my hands on this and see what it could do. They're in the process of releasing quite a few of these super light prime lenses. I recently reviewed the 45mm f1.8 a couple of months ago. That proved quite popular, was a very nice lens, and I also reviewed the 85mm 1.4, not super light. That's sort of their premium lenses, and it's a beautiful lens, so much so that I bought one. This one I've also bought myself as well. I was waiting for a review copy and it's been proving so popular I just couldn't get my hands on one, so I bought one. I paid just under £350 for this. I believe it's $400 in the US. For the value, I think you're getting quite a good lens. The early reviews are in saying it is good, but obviously I want to test it myself, use it at a couple of weddings, and also see what it can do out and about with video work and landscapes and a few other things I want to try my hands at. So I won't mess around for too long. Let's get this open. I can show you exactly what you get in the box. Same as the other super light with the 45mm. It comes with its own little clamshell case, which I really think is rather nice. Very nice, not much else in the box, just some instructions and a few things in a language I do not speak. So as we open this up, there you will see it, and I think actually that is pretty much the same size as the 45mm 1.8. It really does weigh nothing. It comes in at 145 grams, which that doesn't weigh anything at all on the camera. I don't even think I'm going to notice it. So just to show you the back, we have metal point of contact, which is always nice to see, and a nice bit of glass on the front, which it is plastic, it is lightweight, it's not going to stand much of a beating, but you know, it's there to do a job. It's not a £1,000–2,000 lens. For what I'm going to use it for, I've got really high hopes this is going to do the job. The lens hood isn't going to do very much other than maybe protect it against the odd knock. Sort of the petal shape lens hood, which is not bad at all. So Samyang is saying it has a 100-degree field of view in one shot. That's pretty impressive. It also comes with a linear STM motor, which will hopefully give me fast autofocus, which it should do at this field of view as well. Let me pop it on the camera body, you can see exactly what it looks like. There we go. That's really is lightweight. All I can feel is the camera body in my hands there. That's actually quite impressive, that how light they've made it. Kind of looks like a toy camera lens now, I'll be honest. It has 8 specialized elements. Out of 9, we have 3 aspherical, 2 high refractive, and 3 low dispersion, which they're saying means a high level of sharpness, low chromatic aberration, and minimal distortion. So they're aiming it at landscape photographers, anyone that needs to do indoor pictures, and I do tend to shoot a little bit of real estate and estate agency properties here in the UK, so I'm hoping this might actually do a really nice job on the interiors of houses here in the UK. The houses are small, they're not massive. Even the really expensive properties does not allow you a lot of space. It's at a premium, it seems to be. We just live in smaller houses than you do over in the US. So I'm just going to quickly turn it on and record a little bit of video for you now, just so you can see how wide an angle I'm getting. So now you can just quickly see what I look at whenever I decide to make these. Got my notes, got a few other bits and bobs lined up for later. But yeah, the field of view is actually really good. I'm just having a quick look around the studio. So there's no denying how wide this is. Now I need to get some results and really delve in and see how good it is. I just want to quickly show you what it looks like on video. You can see the edges are quite nice and doesn't warp too much. Even on the building here as you come down, it's a really good wide angle. I did a couple of shots just of the car. I know it's dirty, excuse the dirt. But just showing what you can do with a wide angle on a car, come out really nice. I haven't had much time to play around with photography, but I did a couple of shots at this venue, just showing the leading lines you can get. I am stood about a metre away from these objects and it's great. Collie Ben did a shot, his fingertips there are only a few inches away. And then just a few more shots of the car outside. Photography wise, I got the whole building in and I am not stood far back at all. But just the creative angles you can get means you can do some really cool stuff with this lens. I'm quite impressed with it. Quite impressive how it performed as well in the corners, which I thought was going to be pretty naff, but you can see it's quite cool. Been going back to a wedding where I got a couple of shots at the wedding, not very many, but just at the church and inside. Sometimes I'd have to maybe stitch two images together to get this wide of a shot. It was a very small church. And then even tables, I can never get a whole table in, stood that close to less than a metre away. This was great as well, being able to get everyone in nice and easy. If I was shooting at 24mm, it'd be much closer to something like that, and you wouldn't get everyone in. But it is, you're able to get everyone in, which just gives you more room, more space to do what you want with. It's nice when you're in tight corners. Very quick landscape photo that I took handheld, just to show you what it can do. It looks really nice, reproduced lovely. That's 150% zoomed in there, which is great. Back out obviously to the wide angle. I have cropped it obviously, but just to show what it can do. And then that's 200% in the corners, and even there you can see it is pretty nice. Quite impressed with how it's performed. So that was only a brief play around. I've only had it for a couple of weeks. I haven't really had a good opportunity to put it through its paces, but from what I've noticed so far, the build is pretty good. It's very lightweight, the focusing was snappy, the chromatic aberration didn't seem to bother me in any of the images or anything that I used it on. Video, it seemed good for video focus, super silent, no issues with focusing. And the edge to edge was pretty good. In real world use, I'm not someone who's a real pixel peeper, but in real world use, as you saw when I used it on those video clips and the photos, it came out lovely. It really did. I'm impressed with what you get in the corners. I thought it was going to be quite mushy or soft, or don't know really what I expected, but it performed really well. So yeah, the Samyang 18mm super wide 2.8 prime lens for Sony. A brilliant little lens, a bargain price. You can't argue with the results that you get for the money. I think it's worth picking one up. If you've considered getting yourself a super wide, this is certainly worth looking at. Again, for the money, it's a good price. It's another good lens from Samyang. I'm impressed. I'm so impressed with the results you can get with this. Yet again, another great lens for the Sony system. I'm really pleased I made the jump over a year ago. I've not looked back since. It's been fantastic, and there's so many more lenses coming out. Noticeably the Tamron 70 to 180, that's going to be a great lens. But yeah, this is great. This is a great lens from Samyang. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but I keep picking them up, and the ones that I do, I keep. So this will be the third lens now into my kit bag, which yeah, I'm pleased with, and I will need to use a lot more, and I'll maybe do a more in-depth review if you guys want to see it, maybe after 6 months or 12 months once I really put it through its paces. I think next summer is going to be when I get into it properly, after Easter, when wedding season kicks back in again for me. I have a few winter weddings, but nothing like what I'll get in the summer months, so see what I can do with it. So another one that goes on my list of recommended lenses, the Samyang 18mm. Thanks again for watching. Do give a thumbs up and subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. It makes a big difference to the channel. We're really growing, and there's a lot more that I want to do with this channel. If the audience is there, then I will put the time and effort in to do it. We've got quite a few cool things coming up and a big giveaway at Christmas, so make sure you're watching our future videos in the month of December. There's a few cool things we're going to do, but we have got a really nice little giveaway with some really cool accessories that we'll be chucking into one big bundle and giving away to a lucky subscriber. As always, I'm Matt from Roto, and I will catch you in the next one.